Welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. Paul, joined by Jack Weinberger, who makes his triumphant return to the show, and Robert Ziggy Ziegler, who is out in California right now. Jack, I bet you didn't even know Ziggy was in California right now, did you?
So I was just gonna say, making sure you guys hear me well, right? So I was just gonna say, I was gonna ask Ziggy where he is, because I haven't talked to Ziggy now in what feels like months.
It was a pretty good couple of months.
Yeah, Ziggy, not for me though. I missed you.
That's how it usually works with Ziggy. The people miss Ziggy, and Ziggy doesn't quite miss the person as much.
No, Ziggy won't say it out loud like I will, but I know that Ziggy did miss me too.
So now,
I forgot how to speak.
It's bizarre. It's hard to get back into the routine when, you got to remember, we've been doing this for 7 years, right? Going back to college. Ziggy and I have been doing this show for 7 years, both radio and podcast form. Jack, me and you were doing Make the Call on FDU radio, right? That was sophomore year of college, maybe.
I mean, that was sophomore year of college
but it's still kind of crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that was ridiculous. It's still kind of weird though. If you take a month off of doing something, it almost feels like you've never done it before. I'm out here in Chicago, and I feel like I've been out here for 7 years. I've been here for 20 days.
Even I was nervous for this show. I'm like, do I know how to talk? I mean,
it's
usually
bizarre.
Well, when I'm talking to you, I'm used to turning to my right, and you're right there next to me.
Now you're just looking into a camera.
Now I'm just staring into a camera in a basement. I can hear you guys in my ear perfectly, and I'm staring into a camera in my basement.
Can you, with your setup right now? So, guys, excuse us for what Ziggy said may turn out to be the worst show in the history of the Paul Farrington Show. But today's episode is going to be a lot of us kind of just catching up and talking about what's currently going on in sports. Because if you take a look around the NFL right now, the news is, I would say, quite limited. The storylines are not we just want to talk about enjoyable things. And as much as I enjoy talking about the NFC North, there's only so much I can put into Trey McBride saying Kyler Murray did not, in fact, talk about video games all the time with the Arizona Cardinals. That conversation can only take you so far. You know what I mean?
It's funny. Go ahead, you got it.
I was going to say, who cares about football when the biggest sporting event, the biggest international sporting event ever is going to happen in just a couple of days? And it's followed with, I'm going to make the announcement now, the biggest competition in the history of the Paul Farrington Show. So take out your Orangina, right? Have a little swirl, have a little drink. People have been speculating in the comments what it's going to be. We've had people saying it could be fantasy shuffleboard. We've had people saying it could be Paul gaslighting. We've had people say it could be fantasy football, debate Ziggy on philosophical views. None of that nonsense. It is the triumphant return of the Paul Farrington Show's Fantasy Tour de France League. Can we get some applause?
I love the Fantasy Tour de France. I mean, it's the World Cup being as good as it is right now, and Ziggy saying the biggest event in sports.
I didn't do it last year.
We're not here to see guys kick a ball. We're here to see guys climb the biggest mountains in the world.
Ziggy, you came in second.
I got to do it.
Right?
I came in second last year. The tour starts on July 4th. The link is going to be on our community page. It's going to be in the comments here. But folks, I'm not coming in second again this year. I came in second last year. I had to wear that ridiculous Ziggy Packers jersey to a Packers game. I had to put on that ridiculous cheese head that one of our fans got for us at the game. It was ridiculous. This year,
that wasn't part of the bet. I've been
studying up. It was in the spirit of the bet. It was in the spirit of the
Ziggy,
bet.
I mean, you loved wearing that jersey to Lambeau Field.
I
there was nothing that you liked more.
People are coming up,
and it's not going to happen again this year.
People are coming up to us, and they're like, I thought it was you guys, and then I saw the Ziggy jersey, and I knew it was, and Ziggy was just like, hey, brother, great to see you.
I didn't do it last year. So how funny would it be if I did it for the first year now and I beat Ziggy?
You could.
Well, that would
Ziggy came in second again behind me.
If you do, cool. I may have to do a. Jack, there's a certain thing you
move to Wisconsin.
Do on this. No, worse than that. There's a certain thing Jack has been asking me to do on the show for a long time. Jack knows what it is.
Pop that shirt right off.
Oh, Jack, if you beat me, it might be more than the shirt.
Oh, all right. So now a a lot of our fans are now huge fans of me in the Fantasy Tour de France League now.
This might be the only way that fans of the show are fans of you, but yes.
Wow.
So I guess, the Fantasy Tour de France League. Ziggy, you'll put that out on the community page?
On me.
It'll be on the community page. I just put the link to join our group in our chat, Paul, so you can put it in the video description below. They can see it there too.
Perfect.
I got some pressure on me now.
Ziggy, out by you right now, how hot is it in California?
Oh, how hot is it? Paul, it's 65 and sunny.
Dude, it is. You're going to see over the course of this show because we have the lights on. Jack has lights on him right now, too. I turned off the air conditioning and fan right now for the episode to make sure there's no background noise. It's like in my apartment, it has to be 90 degrees. We got an update the other day from the building that said temporarily the AC units are going to be a little warmer than normal as we're working on them. And we have this heat wave coming in. Like, you're going to start seeing beads of sweat dripping down my face. Jack, I hope it's nicer. I know Jersey's getting crushed right now.
It's 101 tomorrow. And my summer job is I'm in the teaching world, so summer job, I'm at a summer camp and I'm outside all day and it's going to be 101. So I don't know how I'm going to do it.
I am in Southern California. I know it's not that hot today. It's 68. It's going to be really hot this weekend. There's expected to be highs of 70.
Ziggy, you may be a little surprised to hear this, but Jack's actually been loving the World Cup. I found that out today.
No, he has.
I've been very into it.
You're watching most games?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not watching most games start to finish, but the games that the games when they happen, I tune in for a good portion of each one.
I think I just watched. As a Viking fan, you guys know that I know heartbreak as well as pretty much anyone in sports. Vikings fans can go toe to toe with anyone when it comes to heartbreak. I think I just saw the worst soccer loss I've ever seen in my life. And I haven't watched a ton of soccer, but what just happened to Senegal against Belgium was remarkably Viking-esque. And
they were 2-0 with 10 minutes left, basically.
It was 2-0 in like the 85th minute, and Jack and I are working on the setup. We're finishing up Jack's setup for today's episode, which I actually think just turned out quite well, given that he doesn't have a camera stand.
Yeah, barely. It's stacked up on 3 boxes right now.
It'll only get better from here, guys. The way that we look here. But I'm talking with Jack, and I'm like, oh, Belgium scored 2-1 in the 85th or 86th minute, and then 2 minutes later, Belgium tied it, sent it to extra time. So already, if you're a Senegal fan, you're crushed because like Belgium turned it on. They're a better team than Senegal, and when you're the team bidding for the upset, and you're holding on as long as you can, when that momentum switches, it's hard to get it back. I always say, the one thing in sports I don't think you can quite ever prepare for is shock and how you're going to respond to that. And you could see Senegal is just like, what just happened here? And
it's Highlands Teaneck all over again. Highlands Teaneck all over again.
And in extra time, in case you missed it, in the 118th minute, so the 2 minutes away from penalty kicks, Senegal gets called for a penalty in the box. Penalty kick Belgium. They essentially walk it off. Game over. Senegal out of the World Cup. And it pisses me off because as a U.S., like obviously rooting for the U.S., we're playing the winner of this game. If we beat Bosnia tonight, which by the time you're listening, you'll know. And if we lose to Bosnia.
Well, that would be Vikings ask. But these could have been, like today, we legitimately could have seen England and Belgium eliminated.
Yeah,
and England went up 1-0. They're tied the game, right, in the 75th minute. Wasn't it 1-0?
Yeah, Harry Kane just willed England to winning when DR Congo really should have gotten it done.
The Harry Kane
minus like 900 in that game.
Yeah, the Harry Kane second goal in the 80-something minute is one of the. It'll be one of the top 5 goals of the World Cup. And I still think England at that point, again, kind of in the same sense, Congo a much bigger underdog than Senegal was. But as the team, bidding for this upset of a superpower in the sport, once England tied it, you could just see the writing on the wall of like, all right, the goal's coming eventually, but when? And Kane just had to. So if you haven't seen it, go watch the goal. It was unbelievable. But yeah, England and Belgium advance, and it really sucks if you're a U.S. fan in that it should have been Egypt or Senegal. in the round of 16, and now we get Belgium, who knocked us out in 2014, and you just kind of feel it lingering a little.
So you're saying we get a revenge game?
Yeah,
we get a revenge game, but I don't know. I think I hate Belgium when it comes to soccer.
You know what's funny?
It's weird to hate Belgium for something.
You know what I just realized?
Yeah.
That we currently right now are like, we take up every portion of the country, really. Like, we got Ziggy far out to the west, Paul in like the middle, and the east.
Yeah. We have a East Coast and Jack, who I think there's his camera's back. We have Jack in New York, me in Chicago, and Ziggy's out in California. So we got the major cities covered here on the Paul Farrington Show right now. We'll have to go out on the ground and do some on the ground reporting here. Okay, so hit the World Cup. I'm assuming, Ziggy, that you also saw in terms of like what's happening that's not football right now. LeBron James.
Show.
I'm loving it right now. I can't get enough of it. I think it's been great.
Oh man, can anyone tell me why Jalen Brown got traded for Paul George?
Yeah, I just saw that. That's like breaking news. Isn't
Paul George terrible?
Yeah, it was also and 4 first-round picks, but it's just like the Celtics are trying to be good next year, I think, and they basically took a negative in Paul George and a bunch of draft picks. The Jalen Brown saga has just been really weird in Boston.
Well, I mean, it went from... Well, Jalen Brown just didn't want to be there anymore. And I mean, I don't think the Celtics handled it particularly well either when they were actively shopping him and letting word get out that they were shopping him. And everyone knows that Jalen Brown feels that he's better than Jason Tatum. And the Celtics, from all their actions, have essentially just said what everyone else is thinking. No, you're not. but if you want a healthy relationship with your second star, who, by the way, is, a star player in the NBA, right? You probably shouldn't let it get out there how you're trying to trade him away. It's been a weird saga, as you said, Ziggy, but without a doubt, if I'm a Celtic fan today, you don't feel closer to winning a championship than you did yesterday.
And you didn't even get great picks. You got what's likely to be 1 first-round pick and 1 swap, which the thought, in my view, I think this Paul George contract is bad enough that that's basically worth taking on a first-round pick on its own. You basically traded Jalen Brown, who was very good last year, and it was shown that he can win a championship with your team for nothing.
Yeah.
Props to the Bucks I really thought Jalen Brown was worth more than this. Props to them for taking that Miami Heat deal over what the Celtics were offering. But, we talked about on the show a couple weeks ago, if you are a Celtics fan now, you'd better hope that Hugo Gonzalez. You better hope those guys are great, because that's what you chose over having Giannis.
Yeah, it's still baffling to me that wound up happening. Very, very bizarre. Okay,
Pirates are playing right now, guys. If you have an interest, currently down 5-1.
The Pirates are hanging in there. All right, so let's get into a little bit of football right here.
Can I say one thing really quick? The best day of my year so far was when we got a text in our show chat, and it was Ziggy watching the Pittsburgh Pirates game on TV.
Wait,
I wasn't watching them win. I was watching them maul the Sacramento A's.
Yes. I was watching that game thinking I'm probably one of the only people in the world watching this. And I get a picture from Ziggy. He's got the TV on. He's in Sacramento watching Pirates A's. It was like 8-1 Pirates.
Ziggy, what was possible? Like, how boring was your day that you turned on Pirates A's? Like,
I was watching with my family. They're big A's fans. And then we turn it on, and the Pirates are up 8-1. And then the Pirates go on and score 5 more runs in that inning.
But Ziggy, you understand, like, it doesn't sound better that not only were you watching Pirates A's, you were down 8-1 and continued watching Pirates.
What else are we supposed to watch? The World Sucks?
I don't know.
Cycling wasn't on.
Turn anything on. You can turn. I think you could genuinely turn on anything, and it'll be more interesting than an 8-1 Pirates.
I'm sorry that I was enjoying watching the unbelievable pitching of Braxton Ashcroft. My bad.
He's the new ace. Paul Skeens stinks. I mean, Ashcraft is on. You got to watch him.
All right. So I don't know if you guys have ever hosted a podcast before or done any sort of a fake show. Anyone listening right now, I'm sure a few of you have tried or want to get into it. But when you're running an NFL show, right, and you get to middle of June to training camp at the end of July, it's the dead zone. It is as dead of a zone as you can possibly find in sports, especially for a specific sport. So today we were looking. Go ahead, Ziggy.
I was going to say it's days like this that make me respect like Andy Herman putting out a video every single day. Like his video today was how to become an S-tier Packers fan. I gave that a watch because something, and it was him just like, I'm not dunking on him, but this is like one of the hardest working, best connected guys in the media sphere. And it's so dead that he's running a show that's basically, here's 3 podcasts I like.
How to become
you can guess whether or not we were in it.
Yeah, no, we were not in it.
Let's talk some July 4th.
We'll get to that at the end.
We'll get to that at the end.
We're going to have our joint power rankings come back in an epic way to close out this show tonight.
Since we're dying in this portion of the summer, can we run a cycling show next week?
A cycling show? I mean, we could do a cycling segment.
Done. I'd
be down for anything.
Paul, you just did the equivalent of trading Jalen Brown for.
Can we do
a nobody and first round pick?
No, saying I would do a cycling episode.
You can't do it. You can't.
I would do a cycling
episode. Jack, can you name one cyclist?
I'll tell you. I've heard Jack is the biggest Paul sauce fan in the entire world.
Wait, what does Paul say? It sounds like a hot sauce. He sounds like a hot sauce.
I'll do all sorts of research. I'll do a full cycling show if we followed up with a full Pittsburgh Pirates show.
Ziggy, the deal's on the table for you. That just sounds.
That's just a double loss. It's a double loss for Paul. That was just more.
I think we should make it easier on Paul. I think we should make those 2 segments in our next show.
All right, we could do 2 segments. If you guys come up with interesting questions, and interesting topics, then run it by in the group in the rundown, and just have a couple follow-ups, and we can actually run. Yeah, we'll run a 2-minute, 3-minute, and if it's interesting, maybe 5
20-minute, 30-minute.
That's all right. That's a way to lose listeners. Okay, so back to football anyway. As we were saying, it can be hard to find topics. So we sent Ziggy out scouring the internet, as he's so good at doing, to find the most interesting topic that he could find. And if you guys like to hear Ziggy, why don't you take it from here, and you could lead us in what topics we'll be discussing today.
We've got there's only one topic on this list I feel confident in, so I'm going to say it. And our fans are going to enjoy it because anytime there's a chance to hate on the Philadelphia Eagles, I am going to take it. So in Philadelphia, Clint Hurt, Jalen Carter is up for an extension. They've extended a bunch of guys. He has not gotten one. A lot of people want to know why. At the same time this is going on, Clint Hurt, their defensive line coach, comes out. He says this about Jalen Carter. He says he has to be consistent doing the little things. We've all talked about the talent and the overall potential he has. It's the consistency of doing these small things the right way all the time. That's a big piece for him. This is like not what you want to be hearing about a star player on the position with the least depth on your team. Obviously, everybody knows he had to miss game 1 last year because he decided to spit all over Dak Prescott for reasons that continue to elude me. His personality was a worry when he was drafted, and he's coming off a bad season. Really, 2 not great seasons. Here's the question I've got. Is Jalen Carter, do you think he's going to be able to get his act together? And if he can't, is that going to be what stops Philadelphia from being a contender in 2026?
I thought first, Ziggy, that you said when you said Clint Hurt, you were going to say Clint Hurdle, the old Pirates manager.
Jackson.
The Pirates talk continues with Robert Ziggy Ziegler.
Ziggy, I think that everything starts and ends with Jalen Hurts next season as far as the Eagles, their ability to compete, right? You remove A.J. Brown, you're bringing in Mekhi Lemon, and whether or not you believe in Mekhi Lemon or not, you're losing one of the best receivers in football, someone who took away a lot of attention that you could dedicate towards Saquon. Whether or not that helps out Dallas Goedert and Devontae Smith, no doubt about it. A.J. Brown being on the field. So I think that Jalen Hurts taking more control of that offense and elevating his game is going to have to happen. But defensively, as far as Philly's concerned, Jalen Carter is, when he's on, their best defensive player. And I mean, that's a defense that has Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell. It's like they've been a very good defense for a number of years now. But I think Jalen Carter, and I wrote this in the chat, I don't remember what you said about this, but Jalen Carter his behavior kind of echoes the totality of the Eagles to me in a way. When he's on, he's unstoppable. The way when the Eagles are on as a team, they feel like they can run through anyone. But then there's just these moments where he comes out and does something like spitting on Dak Prescott, or he's just super immature. Going back to his days in Georgia, right? I mean, we know that those are some serious issues there, where you look at him, his actions, and you look at the Eagles as a whole, and you're like, man, this team just like all of a sudden it feels like they're on the brink of collapsing. So I don't think that anything from Jalen Carter's past would lead me to believe he's going to get his act together. If he does, amazing for Philly. And that he's a player that can transform a defense, but there's just never been a time in his life where I've seen Jalen Carter decide to make the mature decision. So I don't think he will.
I mean, it's not like he is a rookie anymore now. Like Jalen Carter is going to his fourth season. Like he is a veteran, I guess so to say, in the NFL, and a super the guy that the Philadelphia Eagles on defense, one of the 2 or 3 guys they're looking to turn to.
I mean, they rely on him up front.
Yeah, I mean, it's like their TJ Watt.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at who else is on this defensive line, we're so used to thinking about Philadelphia as having an incredible defensive line. You've got Jordan Davis, who can take maybe 60% of the snaps in a game. You've got Moro Ojomo. And then it's like Byron Young, Ty Robinson, Taquan Graham. Like, this is actually a really weak position group for Philadelphia after being strong for so long. And, Paul, you say everything comes down to Jalen Hurts, and I can see why you'd say that. Well, Jalen Hurts is not going to deliver.
Do you count Grenard?
Well, hold on. Jalen Hurts will deliver.
Jalen Hurts,
he sure hasn't.
Are you counting Jonathan Grenard though, Ziggy? Or because I think he's to me. I
mean on the inside. Like, yes, there's Grenard on the outside. There's Nolan Smith on the outside, but on the inside, there's nobody. And when you're running a 3-4, you need guys on the inside.
Sure. But I as far as like from a pass rushing standpoint, like I do think that they still have some dogs out there. But yeah, you're right. Interior wise, they need Jalen Carter to perform.
If Jordan Davis is not like if Jordan Davis can't step up, which he can, and Jalen Carter keeps having these problems like showing up overweight, not wanting to do workouts because he wants to get paid, not being able to keep it together when it's time to get on the field, they will just be a worse version of the Lions defensive line from last year. The Lions defensive line from last year couldn't get anything done.
Well, you wonder too what it means when a coach is coming out there and saying this, going into year 4 right now. Is this a situation where the coach is just being honest with the media and saying, like Jalen, everyone knows he can be a top tier player in this league. He needs to be more consistent. Or is this the coach coming out there and almost pleading, right? Like kind of putting it out there to the public saying like this is my effort to get this guy to pay attention. If it's not now, when's it going to be?
Well, he needs to put that out because if Jalen Carter doesn't shape up, we know the Eagles can be ruthless in managing their personnel. I don't think they want to make Jalen Carter one of the highest paid defensive players in the NFL, which is what he's asking for. If you have to have a coach coming out during the summer saying, with Jalen Carter, there's some lines that just can't be crossed, and he's coming dangerously close to crossing them.
This is what's so interesting about the Eagles going into next season is, again, I think that they have the widest range of outcomes of any team in football. Like, would it surprise anyone here if the Eagles won 13 games, were the 1 seed, and won the Super Bowl?
Yes, I'd be shocked.
Honestly, I wouldn't be blown away if they won the NFC East. Let's say 12 games, went on a run. Like, that's not stunning to me. But I can also see a world where they completely collapse and Nick Sirianni's fired, and we're seeing more articles in the Philadelphia Inquirer about whether or not Jalen Hurts is going to be the starting QB next season. Like it really is.
Yeah. It was also weird to see, and they were, I know, the 3 seed last year in the playoffs, but from a defensive line that was just so good and a defense that has just been so good in those 2 Super Bowls and prior years as well, to like there were so many games, even at home in the Link, where they were getting run on. Like teams were running on this.
Remember the Chicago game?
Defense.
Remember the Black Friday game?
Like it was like a revolving door. And that's not Philadelphia Eagles football. But we saw that a lot last year. Like there were noticeable holes. And what was really a strong suit for a long time and kind of the heart and soul of the Philadelphia Eagles was suddenly really easily torched in a lot of games.
I'll just never get over the Philadelphia Inquirer. Is it time to bench Jalen Hurts for Tanner McKee? That was just like one of the funniest headlines I've ever seen.
But the Eagles defense was bad.
No, the whole team, they fell apart. They've been on this weird cycle, right? A dominant fall apart. And
where are they on now? Is it a dominant year?
This is supposed to be a dominant year.
It's supposed to be a dominant year, yeah.
But last year they lost to Ziggy, took a victory lap after this, but they lost to Brock Purdy and the third stringers in the playoff game
in Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia.
I'm going to tell you this. It will be mandatory as an Eagles beat reporter next year to remember how good a season Andy Dalton had with the Saints in 2022.
You played for the
Saints?
Saints?
That's going to be the article. The article is going to be, should we bench Jalen Hurts for Andy Dalton? Because at least Andy Dalton can throw the football. But the Eagles have a tough start to the year.
I don't even remember Andy Dalton with the Saints.
I had no idea.
They were 6-8. It was incredibly forgettable, but at least he threw for a lot of touchdowns. Next year, they open at home with the Commanders. They play the Titans on the road. Then if the Bears, Eagles, and Jaguars, they're going to be 2-3 or worse going out of that stretch. They're going to panic. They're going to trade Jalen Carter, and they're going to miss the playoffs. That is what's going to happen with the Eagles next year. You heard it here first. And every NFC North fan, I think this is the one thing every fan of the NFC North can agree on. We can take a victory lap over the Eagles not even making the playoffs next year. They're going to finish last in the division.
Well, I think with Jalen Hurts, it's impossible to miss the playoffs.
What do you mean it's impossible to miss the playoffs?
Has Jalen Hurts missed the playoffs?
They miss the playoffs every other year with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, but like how recently?
Didn't they miss in 2024?
Yeah, they lost.
Oh, no, 2023.
It's been a while. No, I mean, they lost to the Bucks though, right? In the playoff game? They've made the playoffs, I think.
Oh, they didn't show up for that game.
But still, it's in the. I'm talking like with Jalen Hurts, you won't miss the playoffs.
I think they've been in. Let's see, by season.
I think they've made it every year, I believe. But as I say, sometimes they just don't show up. They didn't show up last year. They didn't show up.
Yeah, they've been in the play. Wow, Philly! Oh my gosh, Philly's been in the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, they've been in the playoffs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the last 9 years. That's pretty awesome.
That's Jalen Hurts. So this is my comparison. Ready? So do you remember that LeBron Cavs team? When the Cavs had LeBron and everybody else stunk.
Yeah.
But they had LeBron, so they're gonna go to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's
what it's like with
with over the past few years with AJ Brown, Barkley, the loaded defense, DeVonta Smith.
Well, that would just be like LeBron and Kyrie and Kevin Love.
Okay.
But even
okay.
You can take those two away and you still have LeBron. So I think missing the playoffs is impossible.
I think Dallas is going to win the division this year. I'm feeling a big year from Dak Prescott. Yeah, I think Dak Prescott's going to have a great year.
I think it's the Giants.
The NFC East, really. I mean, I'd be surprised if the Giants made the jump in year one with Harbaugh, but I could see a world where entering year 2 of Harbaugh next season, Jackson Dart takes a step, right? They continue to add playmakers around him. Like the NFC East is a division that right now, would you buy or sell stock in the NFC East?
Well, and like being good.
Yeah. Moving forward.
Every team being pretty solid. Oh, probably buy.
I think I would too.
Like I don't think Washington's going to just suck again. I think Jaden Daniels is good enough where that's not going to happen.
As long as he stays healthy. Yeah. If Jane stays healthy, you like Harbaugh in New York. Dallas is usually competitive.
Dallas is like, they're regular season merchants like the Ravens.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. All right, what's next on the rundown from Ziggy? Vikings quote unquote update. This I felt really bad for JJ McCarthy because even when JJ's not. Did you see the video, Jack, of Diana Rossini being pulled over?
No.
It was one of the biggest cases of strays I've ever seen.
It's just we can't escape the world of JJ getting sucker punched by people over and over and over again. And you know what? Someone's got to stand up for it. So I guess it's going to be the Paul Farrington show. We need to stop it with the JJ
It's going
McCarthy.
to be Paul Farrington.
It's going to be Paul Farrington. We need to stop it with the JJ McCarthy strays. Like, let's just leave the guy alone. Like, he's a nice guy. He says the right thing 9.9 out of 10 times. If you want to count, him being a little jaded in the press conference earlier this year as a mistake. All right, I'll take that for my quarterback. But Diana Rossini got pulled over. I don't know when the video was from. And
it's from January 2026.
Okay, so it's like, we're stockpiling on Diana Rossini here. And how when she gets pulled over, she would use coaches and sources she has to try and get out of tickets. And the video.
I saw that.
Yeah, you saw that.
I saw that.
In the video.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it,
yes.
Basically, it's her looking at the cop and saying, "Oh, you're a Vikings fan." 1 second, she pulls up her phone with text with Kevin O'Connell, and as she's talking to the cop, she's like, "Yeah." And you know what was funny? I don't think most people didn't notice this. If you're not a Viking fan, the cop had the response every true Viking fan has when she goes, "You're a Viking fan?" He goes, "Unfortunately, yes." Which, if you know any Viking fan, that is the honest answer that they give. Like, we love being Vikings fans. They're a fun team to root for. They break your heart. But whenever someone says, "Oh, you're a Viking fan," you go, "Unfortunately."
Unfortunately, yeah.
And Diana Rossini, really unprompted, just goes, "Yeah, your quarterback sucks, though." It's like, come on, man, really?
Is she lying? She's telling the truth.
This makes me wonder, because I don't know how much football Diana received. Was that her reporting the sentiment within the Vikings building? Because she was number one on the Aaron Rodgers is going to Minnesota. They hate JJ McCarthy. Kevin Pookie can't stand stinky JJ train last offseason.
Well, isn't it bad to lie to cops? Like, what's she going to say? The quarterback's good?
Yeah, then the cop would know she's just blowing smoke up his ass.
Yeah, I'd be lying to the police.
No, but you don't have to be like, man, your quarterback sucks.
I wonder what her text with Kevin O'Connell said. You can only imagine what was being said in there.
Is he married?
Well, no, we're not alleging that. Kevin O'Connell would never. Kevin O'Connell.
You don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, I guess I don't know, but I would be surprised. Kevin O'Connell seems like a stand-up guy, but I wonder, showing those texts, I wonder if there was any JJ McCarthy slander in there too. I'm sure that there was. It seems like everybody does that in their spare time.
There has to have been, like, Kevin O'Connell is not delusional. There has to have been some point last season where he realized JJ McCarthy just wasn't going to get it done, and I have to think this was right around the time when they were trying to decide whether or not to fire Kwesi, and there was a lot of stuff coming out from the building about how JJ McCarthy was Kwesi's idea and all of that stuff. I have to think Kevin O'Connell at some point realized it wasn't going to work and started circling the wagons to protect his job.
I think Kevin O'Connell got nervous legitimately at the end of week 2 against the Falcons. Like that, and maybe it happened earlier in the summer, but we had the unbelievable fourth quarter against the Bears where it's just, I think that if you want to see any pure example of how out of control sports media can get, take a look at the first 2 weeks of Vikings football. JJ McCarthy is borderline unplayable the first 3 quarters against Chicago, has an unbelievable fourth. The headline on ESPN the next day is like, Vikings have found their guy, and every analyst says the Vikings have a winner. This is why you should have moved on from Sam Darnold.
Just to give an example close to this show, I remember we did a show with Andy that week, and he said, "Would you guys trade JJ McCarthy for Caleb Williams right now?" And I said, "Absolutely, sign me up." And Paul said, "No, that's my guy."
Well, I'm delusional. Yeah, I mean, I believe in my guys.
I think I said no at the time too.
Yeah, I believe in my guys. And then week 2 comes along and it's a disaster. And then there's the injury and whether.
And then after the injury, we come back and he beats Detroit, and people go, "Wow, maybe he's really got something."
Yeah. What are you saying, Jack?
What if those texts get leaked? And
they're not going to get leaked.
What if it's Diana, like, this guy McCarthy really is horrendous, and McConnell's like, "My God, I know, the worst I have ever."
O'Connell.
Sorry. O'Connell. That's I'm out of the football mindset right now.
I mean, I can see a world. I think Kevin O'Connell's a little too professional and he's buttoned up. He's a good PR guy.
Yeah, this guy's
He might have said that off the record, though.
I can see a world where off the record he says something along the lines of, like, we need to explore our options this offseason, like, wink wink kind of a thing.
Yeah, and then we bring in Kyler Murray, who's going to be the GOAT.
Ziggy, do you enjoy exploring your options?
Not particularly.
Not really.
I actually saw a really interesting fact, guys, and this might legitimately put people to sleep here, but I'm going to tell you just because it caught my interest and I can't get it off my mind. I'm reading a book about sleep and like how important sleep is for people, and it noted that during REM sleep, right? REM it's not REM, it's REM, right?
Yeah,
I believe it's REM. During REM sleep, when your eye, rapid eye movement, and that's when you dream during that stage of sleep, your body actually shuts off your ability to move like non-major muscles. Like, so like your arm, your biceps, your legs, you actually like paralyze yourself so that while you're dreaming, you can't, if you're thinking you're running or you're like fighting someone, I don't know what kind of dreams you have. You won't get up and do it.
So many of those dreams.
But isn't that unbelievable? Like, you actually, like, how cool is it that your body over time has evolved to paralyze itself while you dream so that you won't walk off into the distance? And I guess.
So wait, hold on. When Jack and I want to talk about the championship level Pittsburgh Pirates and international sporting phenomenon cycling, Paul's like, oh, you guys can have 2, maybe 3 minutes. When it comes time for Paul to share a random fact he read in a book, we get to make that a whole segment. Hey, have you guys ever
I didn't make it a segment.
Muscle during REM sleep?
Wow, Ziggy actually nailed it. It is called atonia.
Do you know, me and Ziggy, at least, we asked the question to Paul if we can bring out this segment. Paul just goes right
This wasn't in the rundown. Paul just threw this out there. Like, this is so interesting. I have to share it right now.
I've had so many of those dreams. So, like, I'll be in a track race, like running 100 or something, and I can't move. Like, I can't run. It is so weird.
Well, that's why your body. That's evolution, Jack. Your body's shutting off the ability to.
My body's always shut off. My body's
This is like a complete paralysis. So anyway, I just thought that was a really fun fact. And clearly, Jack could relate to it. I think if we put out a poll, hey, what's more interesting, Pittsburgh Pirates, the Tour de France, or Paul's REM sleep fact? I think more people are going to walk around today at work and Google things and tell their family, hey, did you know during REM sleep you're paralyzed?
You ever have those dreams too, or not? I guess it's paralysis, where you like are half awake, half asleep, and you go to wake up and you can't move your arms and legs.
Oh, yeah. And people have the sleep paralysis demon.
I hate that.
Have you ever had the sleep paralysis demon?
What is that?
That's like, it's Ziggy. I feel like Ziggy might have had a sleep paralysis demon before.
I have not, but that's because my dreams are alien.
A sleep paralysis demon. Wait, I'm sorry. We're going to have to revisit what Ziggy said in one moment. It's a vivid, often terrifying hallucination that occurs when your brain wakes up while your bodies remain stuck in a paralyzed state of REM sleep. It's not a real supernatural entity, but a rather harmless neurological glitch that can see shadows.
Are you just reading the AI summary right now?
Yes. Obviously. No, it's like some people call it the demon because like you see something like moving, but you can't fight it off or like turn around. I feel like that would destroy you mentally, Jack.
Well, I've had things like that. I've had dreams where like someone will break into my house.
No.
This is really a dream.
You're not dreaming. You're awake and you're hallucinating something and you can't.
Yeah, move. You're hallucinating, but your brain is still shut off your ability to move. So like it would be like you waking up.
No, I've had that.
That sounds horrible. Ziggy, what did you mean?
Maybe Jackson's tougher than you.
Yeah, well, I haven't had it, luckily. Ziggy, what do you mean when you said my dreams are alien?
Oh, my dreams don't have visual content.
What does that?
What the hell is that? just you just hear things?
I hear things. I have a propositional grasping of the fact that things are happening, but I can't see anything in my dreams.
It's just black. No colors,
Ziggy once famously said in college, I believe, to us, he said that he you can't see things in your head, right? Like if you close your eyes, you can't picture.
And dreams are no different.
So
I just have a propositional grasp.
It's just black and you hear things.
Yeah, and I know things are around me. I know what's going on, but I can't see anything.
So like if you were like in the woods or something, or like in a dog park, you just hear dogs barking like crazy in your dream, and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm in a dog park right now."
No, it's not like I hear the barking and then infer I'm at a dog park. I just know I'm at a dog park.
Okay, but you can't see anything.
You know it. You know you're there, but you can't see it.
I know it the way you know 2 and 2 make 4. Like you don't know 2 and 2 make 4 because you're like seeing things in front of you. You just grasp it propositional.
And you do hear things?
I think so. I'm pretty confident.
If we put out a poll, how many subs do we have?
29.8
subs, right?
Yeah, roughly. Not 30.
About
roughly.
If we put out a poll, let's round it up to all 30,000 subscribers. That which one of the 4 of us, between me, Paul, Ziggy, and producer Zach, doesn't see anything in their dreams? I think easy, all 30,000 would vote Ziggy.
1,000%.
I think all 30. I don't think we get one, right?
This makes a lot more sense.
It's 30,000 to nothing.
Jack. This makes sense now. Why Ziggy listens to Colin Stetson, like when we were driving in the car in Wisconsin, and Ziggy's like, "Hey, I'll take the aux," and it was just like noises. That's his dreams.
I'm actually so upset. I've wanted to see Colin Stetson live for a long time. I went all the way out to the UK to see him live, and now that I've moved, he's performing like the greatest sounding show I've ever seen in Boston in September and Brooklyn in September, and I can't go.
All right, let's wrap up this show here with as we said, this was not going to be a banner Paul Farrington show, but it's kind of just like, hey,
I think people would like this. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, can I have one more thing? So like, I've had dreams where I'm like a Steeler game, or for some sporting event. Like, so if you, Ziggy, let's say you're at you dream you're at a Steeler game, right? You would know you're there. You hear the crowd, and you can't see. Like you can't see anything.
Correct.
That's really interesting.
It's an unusual sensory experience. It's like, I think, it's not perfect, obviously, but I think it gives me some idea of what it would be like to be blind.
That's an interesting thing.
Weird.
Okay, do you guys want to wrap it up here with the? We were going to do a joint power ranking of holidays. Sure. Does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Okay, so if anyone is unfamiliar with how the joint power rankings work, we go from 10 to 1 at a time, ranking objects or ranking whatever the list is, and we don't know what the other person's list looks like. We have no idea. What the order is going to be, and it makes it just so that there's a little chaos usually, because if I have, for instance, in top teams power rankings, the Vikings at 3 and Ziggy puts them at 10, then I need to adjust my ranking. So what we're going to do, since 4th of July is coming up, and hopefully everyone has a really happy 4th of July, we're going to do a holidays blind power rankings. Ziggy, would you like to start us off?
Boy, I'm starting us off. Yeah, I'm happy to start us off here.
It's a tough joint power.
It's tough. And I'm gonna say, like, it doesn't have to be recognized by the federal government to be a holiday. It just has to be something that we'd all sort of agree is a holiday.
Sure.
Like, I'm not gonna pull something ridiculous here.
I think we all know what would count as a holiday and what wouldn't, right?
All right.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
At number 10, number 10, there's a lot of choices you could go for, because we're looking for holidays here that are fun enough and interesting, but maybe not at the top of the list. I'm throwing in Bastille Day at number 10.
Okay.
Wait, what is that again?
Bastille Day is
that the French?
The National Day of France that commemorates the storming of the Bastille. They have an unbelievable parade on the Champs. It's always a great day of cycling because the tour is always going on. The French riders are always working their hardest. You can have a blast. They always have great fireworks at the Eiffel Tower. If you get a chance to be in France for Bastille Day, it's unbelievable.
I'll tell you, Bastille Day does not
coming in at 10.
Bastille Day does not touch my top 10 list. I don't even think Bastille Day is in my top 100 holidays. We can make up holidays.
Yeah, how many holidays are there?
I guarantee you can't name 100 holidays.
Oh, I'll make up holidays. Like like a national cartoon day.
Like I think I would take Earth Day over like Bastille Day.
There's no reward for Bastille Day, Ziggy.
What do you mean there's no reward for Bastille Day?
As an American, there's no reward for Bastille Day.
Go watch the tour. It's an unbelievable day.
Okay, so we have Bastille Day coming in at 10. Jack, would you
like National Football Day over Bastille Day?
Why don't you take us to 9, Jack?
All right, oh man.
Super Bowl Sunday should be a holiday.
Yeah, is that a holiday?
Yeah, sure.
It's not though.
But you can't put it at 9.
See, as still a single man who's almost 28, who's only had like one relationship.
Jack, nobody's making you say these things.
Lasted less than 5 months. Like I want to go Valentine's Day, but I don't.
Valentine's Day blows. Like there's nothing.
Yeah, like it sucks. Like Valentine's Day kind of sucks.
I
used to like
Valentine's Day.
I also
like
shouldn't
as a kid getting all the candy. Like it was always fun growing up.
I shouldn't be influencing Jack's opinion.
I'm always bitter. I'm always bitter on Valentine's Day now. So, no, I'm going Passover at 9.
Oh God.
Okay.
Passover.
You get to commemorate children getting slaughtered is a good holiday.
Okay, so we have.
Hold on.
This is horrible. This is a terrible list.
I'm Catholic, but my dad's Jewish, so I celebrate both. Every holiday, I get Christmas, Easter, Passover, Rosh Hashanah. I get the best of both worlds.
Okay,
and
I'm not sure I'd put Rosh Hashanah in the best of both worlds. That one's tough.
Well, no. Passover. Passover. It's the food's great. Like the food I eat in Passover is great. It's chicken soup and.
All right.
Chicken.
So what I'm gonna do here, because I have my 1 through 7 pretty much laid out here. 8 is a little iffy. Can I combine Mother's and Father's Day?
No. Absolutely not. Oh, can I combine Memorial Day and Labor Day? No, they're 2 different days. You have to pick which one you have higher.
No, they're 2 different days. Yeah, 2 different days.
Okay. So I think Mother's and Father's Day are the nicer holiday to celebrate than if you want to do like Columbus Day or like any of the random MLK Day, Labor Day, like all the days where you get a day off. I enjoy like the celebration of Mother and Father's Day a little bit more, even though you get I love the day off and all those are, great holidays, but I'm going to put.
Paul, you know what the answer is here. You don't have to be afraid of offending people. We all know what the answer is.
We all know what the answer is. But I don't know if
Paul,
I can. I mean, I know
you have to do it. You have to pick one. You just committed yourself to picking one, and you know which one it is.
It's got to be Mother's Day.
I'm going to say Mother's Day. I'm going to say Mother's Day. Father's Day is objectively better and more, I think, better celebrated. But I'm going to say Mother's Day.
This is Paul saying he's afraid of his mother.
No. I respect great respect for mothers. Mother's Day comes in.
My family parties for Mother's Day are bigger than Father's Day.
Yeah, but the U.S. Open is not on Mother's Day, is it?
Yeah, I always think of I'm at my aunt and uncle's. Usually, we're having a barbecue, watching the U.S. Open Father's Day.
Have a cigar, have some whiskey, have a big burger. Like it's a blast.
For me, like Mother's Day,
one day, Father's Day will be awesome.
Mother's Day, I get to watch baseball with all the pink bats and the
we'll leave Mother's Day there. All right, we're at 7. Ziggy.
All right, well.
Real quick, in case you're not following along, Bastille Day, Passover, and Mother's Day lead your.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I refuse to have Mother's Day higher than Father's Day. So at 7, we're putting Father's Day.
Okay.
Every single person in the comments, we're playing your audience here, knows that Father's Day is better.
I mean,
you get to watch the Open with your dad if your dad's around and likes watching golf. I'm sorry, Father's Day is up here at 7.
There's going to be a lot of big time good holidays left off.
Oh, there's a couple. All right, Jack, you're at 6 here.
All right. 6, I'm going to go with New Year's Eve.
Oh, boy.
New Year's Eve 6. I mean, it's...
New Year's is it's fine.
But it's a day where it's an excuse to go out, an excuse to drink, an excuse to get together with a bunch of people you know.
Jeff, you don't need excuses to do any of those things. You do that almost every day.
Yes, but a lot of the time, people who I want to do it with will make up some excuse. But New Year's Eve,
they just don't want to hang out with you.
But New Year's Eve, it's an excuse to party, get together. Everyone's drinking. Like, it's fun.
Okay.
I think it's an overrated holiday, but I think it's fun.
Bastille Day, Passover, Mother's Day, Father's Day, New Year's Eve comes in at your 10 through 6 here. Let's go to number 5.
This is where the heavy hitters start.
Yeah.
I'm going to put right here. I'll go. It's between the 4th of July and Halloween for me. Do I enjoy the 4th of July or Halloween?
I mean, Halloween kind of sucks.
I think I'll go 4th of July. I enjoy the fireworks. It's summertime. People are outside. You get pools, barbecues. 4th of July comes in at 5.
That's
I'll just say this about the 4th of July, though. Like, the 4th of July as a holiday is absolutely carried by when it is during the year. Because there's really, besides like fireworks, which are fine.
Very true.
There's not a lot of content to the 4th of July. Like, we were thinking of doing 4th of July activities, and you just, like, there's watching fireworks and a bunch of things you can do just any day during the summer. It is 100% carried by when it is in the year.
But yeah, I mean, that factors into it, though. I mean, it's July. It's not.
I'm just saying. I think that's why 4th of July can never be an elite holiday.
It's not in the S tier of holidays, but it's I'd put it in the A tier of holidays.
I think 5 is a good spot for it in a top.
Okay, Ziggy, back around to you for 4.
4 is a tough one because I think we probably all have the same big 3, but there's a question always about what to put it for when I'm thinking about the best holidays. But I have to factor in. We're not ranking the holidays we like the most. We're factoring which holidays are good. And the joy of Halloween when you're a kid is just so high. Even though I'm not a kid anymore and it's not my favorite holiday anymore. I had such a good time so many Halloweens when I was younger. It's coming in at 4 here.
I think that's a miss, Ziggy.
I think I probably would have gone what would you have gone with? Memorial Day, maybe?
Memorial Day.
No shot. You were
Memorial Day. Memorial Day is an amazing holiday.
Halloween.
I mean, that starts summer.
Start of the summer. Again, day off. Like Memorial Day weekend, you go hang out with your friends. Like, I love I like Memorial Day more than the 4th of July.
MDW is kind of like the 4th of July, but like a month and a half earlier.
Yeah. It's the 4th of July.
There's no freaking shot you're trying to tell me Memorial Day is better. Right? Memorial Day is a nothing holiday. I don't want to hear.
Wow. Have some respect, Ziggy. Jeez. Okay. So
Halloween at 4. You go to the beach?
I love Memorial Day weekend. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's hear it, Jack.
All right. 3, I'm going to go with Easter. I'm putting Easter at 3. I always love celebrating Easter.
I've been enjoying Easter more. It's funny, when Easter started for me, it was always like, obviously the candy's awesome. Easter Bunny's great. All the egg hunts and whatnot. I've enjoyed it a lot more growing up because I like from a spiritual perspective too. Like I really, really love Easter.
It is unfortunate.
Also too, it's Easter, like, the whole family's together.
Yeah.
What do you say, Ziggy?
Never mind. I'm not going to say this.
Ziggy's going to go on a rant.
we don't need to. I don't need to go on my Easter rant. 2, I'll go
Thanksgiving, which best food day of the year. Football's awesome. Get your family together. Thanksgiving 2, and then assuming Ziggy doesn't throw out some like other French holiday.
I would say we're going to France for this holiday.
Labor Day.
Is the start of the Tour de France a holiday?
It could be. There's a lot of things I thought about, but everybody knows the best. There's only one holiday that people travel from all around the world to go to, and it's Diwali. So, in any case, number 1, we're putting Christmas.
I had off for Diwali this year. You know that? I had off for Diwali.
I'm a fan of celebrating all the holidays.
Isn't that like April?
You put any holiday on the calendar. You say, hey, you get the day off. I'll celebrate anything. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, look,
right, so
I'm not here to dunk on any holidays, but everybody knows Christmas belongs at one. It is the best holiday. Whatever your beliefs are, you just have to admit you get together with the family, you exchange gifts, you got a big tree, you have a big turkey or a ham or whatever.
well,
Like,
turkey's Thanksgiving, Ziggy, but yeah.
my family sometimes says turkey at Christmas too. Why not?
Really, I think we're a ham or like pork or something.
Like, do you like turkey, Paul?
I do. I love turkey.
So then why not have turkey? You can have things you like.
We do lamb on Christmas.
Yeah,
Lamb-
there's a
lamb
lot
and-
you can eat. I mean, lamb
okay.
is not appropriate for Christmas.
How about roast beef from the Grinch? Okay, so 10-1, the Paul Farrington Show top 10 holidays. Bastille Day coming in at 10, Passover at 9, Mother's and Father's Day 8 and 7, New Year's Eve 6, 4th of July 5, Halloween 4, Easter 3, Thanksgiving 2, Christmas 1. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to go watch U.S. Bosnia in the round of 32. Hopefully tomorrow, when you're listening to this, we are in the round of 16 against Belgium, and we'll have some. I bet our Tuesday show is probably going to be reacting to. Maybe Tuesday morning we'll go instead, or try and record a post U.S. Belgium for something to talk about. So, all right, thanks everyone. We'll see you soon.